Hello and welcome to Working with What You Got. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter, and remember, our show is all about you realizing that you have more than you think you have. You have more time, you have more talent, you have more resources, you have more faith, you have more food, you have more people on your side, and it is time to unknot your mind. Well, you have just stepped in to a Working with What You Got extravaganza. We're going to touch on everything in this episode. We're going to tell you how to work with what you got in your pantry, how to do it for your home decor. We're even going to share some little beauty secrets to help you. Hopefully, by the end of the show, you're going to be able to take what you have and turn it into what you need. Well, we're going to start off with a very simple recipe. And this recipe, we're going to show you how you can use it as a marinade, how you can use it as a soup, how you can use it in an entree, as a garnish. I'm telling you, there's so much you can do with this simple recipe. You know what it's called? It's called pico de gallo. Plenty times when you go into your favorite Mexican restaurant, you see it. It kind of looks like a little garnish or a little relish. It's made with tomatoes, cilantro, onions, lime, and salt. That's it. Tomatoes, cilantro, onions, lime, and salt. And I started thinking of a way we can make the recipe super simple. 2, 2, half, half. 2, 2, half, half. 2, 2, half, half. 2 tomatoes, 2 limes, half a cup of chopped onions, half a cup of chopped cilantro. 2, 2, half, half. You can't get any easier than that. And my lovely cameraman, owner, singer, taster, Tommy chopped up the tomatoes and the cilantro for me. So thank you so much, Tommy. So here we have our tomatoes and we have our cilantro. We're going to put it over here in our bowl. We always need paper towel. Tomatoes, cilantro. Then we're going to add our onions. This is half a cup of chopped onions. And then we're going to squeeze in our 2 limes. Remember, 2, 2, half, half. 2, 2, half, half. Squeezing our limes in there. And this is all according to my taste. You might like it a little more tart, a little more tangy. Then what we do is we put in a little sea salt and mix. Is that simple or what? Now from this simple recipe, what you can do is you can take your favorite piece of fish. I chose a simple piece of cheap white whiting. That was it. I had a piece of whiting. You put the pico de gallo on the whiting and you put it in the refrigerator the night before. Let it sit, let it marinate. The salt, the lime, the cilantro, all helps to permeate into the skin of the fish. Then you just take the fish, you can just put it in your toaster oven because we want to stay away from frying, right? Heart-healthy food. Put it in your toaster oven for maybe 15 minutes. That's all I did on broil and it's done. Over here, we have it. But I want to just do something really quick. I'm going to heat it up a little bit in my pan. You hear it sizzle? Put a little. Take our fish. It's already cooked. All I'm doing is heating it up. Then what we're going to do is take that same pico de gallo that you used as a marinade for your fish the night before, we're going to spoon it on top of our cooked fish. Now it becomes a garnish. Put it on your fish. Look at that. It's just a little piece. It was just a little half a piece I wanted to show you. Is that beautiful? Look at that. Now we need a taster. I don't know if Tommy feels like tasting. Does Milani feel like tasting? Who's my taster? Because I don't mind eating it myself. So who's going to taste for me? Tommy, come on down. You are the next contestant. Now, I didn't make it spicy, right? Because I don't remember if you like spice or not. So I didn't make it spicy.
You've been changing me.
I'm changing you? Okay.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that we tried, I didn't think I would like, and I loved it.
You did? Now, you should like this, because this is your tomatoes, and this is your, how you like that?
It's very juicy.
It's juicy.
It's very juicy.
Okay.
It really brings out the taste of the fish.
So it's not dry.
And I don't like fish that really, and whiting really isn't.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like cod.
Yeah.
Which I like, you know, most people don't like bluefish, but I love bluefish because it's fishy.
Oh, you like that.
I like fishy taste, so this is.
You like it? All kinds of flavors popping in there, right?
That's what I like.
Yeah. Mm.
Good.
All right. You feel like singing, Tommy?
Singing. Let's get it on.
Woo! Baby!
Let's get it on.
That's how we know we like
You know
it.
what I'm talking about. That was delicious.
You liked it? Thank you.
I loved it. I didn't
Good.
like it. I loved it.
Excellent. You see how easy
and
that
you're
was?
right. There's an explosion of taste. Very the fish you taste, but then there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. I like the lime in there.
Mm-hmm. Thumbs up.
Put the lime in the coconut.
And eat it all up. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. See?
That was delicious.
We use it as a marinade. We use it as a garnish. Now, we're going to take it into another arena. In our home, sometimes you might have a picky eater. We found one of the ways to really help to deplete at least half of the resistance is to include the picky eater in the preparation, the selection, and the cooking of the food. That is half of the battle. So we came up with something in our home called the Messy Marvin. And what we use our eggs, tostadas. You might say, what's a tostada? Here are tostadas right here. The best way for me to describe a tostada is just a real large corn tortilla chip. It's a corn chip. A corn chip, and it's round. That's all it is. You get about a dozen in a pack, and it's about $1.39. You can do wonders with this. We love to snack on them. We like to use them in a whole lot of different ways. So what we do with our Messy Marvin is this. We scramble eggs, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to scramble 2 eggs. Okay, so I'm being a little messy right now. Bear with me. This is so simple and it's fun. Try it with your picky eater. Put a little oil in there. All right. As we scramble our eggs, all right. Okay. We're working with a small heating range, but that's okay. Big things come in little packages. So we're going to have that going. Well, while that's taking place, and our eggs are cooking, what I'm going to do is I have my pico de gallo in here, and I'm going to pulse it with a little water. Beautiful. All right, you say, what's going on? What is she doing? Scrambling eggs, pureeing, pico de gallo. That's so much. What's going on? You will see, you will see, you will see. This is taking a little. Usually eggs quick cook it. I think it's because our range is so teeny. The key with the Messy Marvin is to stack. It's the stacking that makes it fun. My boys and I actually created it one day, and we do it as a breakfast. We've even done it for dinner. Okay. Our burner went out, so our eggs are taking a little longer than they normally would. Milani, can I use you as an assistant for a moment, please? Thank you. Now, you're going to help me stack. What you're going to do is you're going to get that plate over there with the tostadas. You're going to take one plate underneath and put aside 3 tostadas. 1 plate, 3 tostadas. 1, 2, 3. Oh, college paid off. It paid off. It paid off. Okay, so the key is to stack. What we do first, we make our eggs. We put a little cheese in there. Just melt your cheese in your cooked scrambled eggs. Place on top of the tostada. Then we add another tostada on top. Take one more and put on top of there. Excelente. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a spoonful of pico de gallo and put it on there. Make sure you drain the liquid some. Okay, put it right on top. You can put more. Excellent. Can I spread it out some for you? Okay. Then what we do is from there, we put another, we get the other pico de gallo, which is here, right here. Hold this. And now you can decide whether you want to put fish or sometimes we eat turkey sausages, and I happen to have turkey sausages right here. So we're going to take our turkey sausages. I'm going to just break them up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to top it with another tostada. Now that looks kind of weird, right? But this is the beginning of what a Messy Marvin starts out like. And then you take a bite. Guess what happens when the bite happens?
It's messy.
It's messy, hence the name, Messy Marvin. Come on, Milani.
I have to be the messy.
You're the person eating the Messy Marvin. It's everything that you love anyway. Come on in here. All right, here we go. Take a big bite. It falls apart. How is it?
That's good.
It's delicious. You wouldn't expect to, but it's delicious. You want to eat more, don't you? You can tell she wants it. Tostadas, scrambled eggs and cheese, and turkey sausages. Or sometimes maybe you want to put some little cooked chicken on there, or maybe you want to put a little turkey breast, or maybe you want to use that fish that we just had with the pico de gallo. Isn't that delicious? I'm telling you, let your finicky eaters be included in the selection, the preparation, and the cooking of the recipe, and that's the path of least resistance. You like it? All right, thank you so much, Milani. Go enjoy. Now let me show you the final way that we're able to use our pico de gallo. Now I'm going to move this over here, and then now, you see over here, I pureed the pico de gallo. You're like, what's going on? What are you doing? What am I doing? I am creating the base for a wonderful soup. I'm throwing in some mushrooms. I'm throwing in a few pieces of cooked plantain. And then I'm going to pour in my base. All right, as soon as I get it out. Ooh, ooh. If you could smell this, this is so delicious. I'm looking here for another spoon. Well, you know what? Let me use this. We're just going to heat it up. We're making a lovely Spanish flavored soup. Once you have cilantro in there and plantain, you're automatically stepping into Spanish cuisine. Now, I told you, my family's from Panama, so we love cilantro. Everyone but my father, he doesn't like cilantro. But the rest of us, we love it. We want to heat it up. And then I want to give it a little taste. Let me just see. Oh, baby. Ooh, la, 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 sazon. That is delicious. We're just going to let our mushrooms soften a little bit. This is a strong flavor, so if you don't like strong flavors, this may not be the recipe for you. But you're always free to adjust it. Maybe you want to use a little less cilantro. Maybe you want to use onion. Maybe you want to throw in a little garlic. But look what you have from that simple pico de gallo recipe. Look what you're transitioning to now, into the broth, the base of a soup. And we had mushrooms, we threw in mushrooms. We had plantain, we threw in plantain. Okay, so one little thing I'm going to add in there is just a little garlic. Little pinch of garlic powder. And just a little more salt. Are we getting this on our camera? Are they seeing this wonderful thing boil? Are you seeing that? See how beautiful it is? Boiling. Okay, let's put it into our bowl. Okay, I'm going to have to give the Viking spoon because we used our other spoon on the eggs. All right, Tommy. Are you ready?
Ever ready.
Ever ready? Come on. Now grab yourself a piece of tostada over there. All right, here you go. You got
Now,
a
this
big,
looks interesting. Now, what am I supposed to do?
you're gonna just break it
Like
off like
crackers?
like a cracker or a piece of bread.
I love mushrooms.
You do like
I love them.
mushrooms.
I love
Oh,
them.
so do I. You're the best taster. You like what I like, Tommy. How were you with
This
plantain?
is going to be a new one.
How
This
are
is
you?
going to be a new one.
How
for
are you
me.
with plantain?
I'm going to tell you in a second. Good.
Yeah.
I like the way that's kind of sweet.
It's
right?
sweet, yes.
And with the salt, I like the sweet. and
Exactly.
salt.
There you go.
I
Tell
get it.
You,
I get
you
it.
get it, Tommy. You get it. Flavor. Now you got this. Put a little tostada in your mouth while you're chewing. Come on, put the tostada in there. Mmm. Balance, right?
You know what I'm talking about. Very good.
That's good, right?
I could live on soup.
All right.
Believe me, it's good.
Look at that.
I love it. Love
Okay. So now you were able to make a soup. You were able to make a main ingredient in an entree with your messy Marvin. You were able to use it as a marinade and a garnish for your fish. Come on. You have more than you think you have. The only thing that's stopping you from exploding when you look in that pantry is you. You have to take the knots out of your mind. Now stay tuned and we'll be right back and we're going to show you how to work with what you got in your home right after this.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For
Hi, we are back, and you've tuned in to Working with What You Got. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter, and now we're going to do Working with What You Got in your home. I happen to really enjoy home decor. A couple of my favorite things that I love are pillows and picture frames and mirrors. I love them. Nothing like a good pillow to spruce up a room and really reinvent a flavor and a style. So sometimes what I do is I'll go into some of those pretty expensive home furnishing stores and walk around and kind of browse and imagine. And most of the time I see that pillows usually range, the ones that I like, usually range between $20 and about $35, which is an average for a really good quality pillow. I don't mind spending that. There's only one drawback. I happen to have 3 men in my home, a husband and 2 sons. So anything that I have has to be able to handle a considerable amount of wear and tear because it becomes a recliner, it becomes something to prop their feet up, becomes something to prop their head on. And a lot of times my beautiful sequined pillow, there's a thread that's loose, they pull the thread and the sequins are on a pool on the floor and then mama's mad. So what I found is if I can spruce up pillows I already have, if they jack the pillow up, I'm not upset. You got it? So I started thinking, how can we spruce up a pillow? Why not use a curtain panel? A simple curtain panel can be used on your pillow to spruce it up. Did I buy it? No, it was a curtain panel that was right in my house. Remember, it's working with what you got. So I'm going to show you what we did. I have a pillow here that Milani actually gave me when she went to Turkey. I happen to love this pillow because it came from my mooks when she was traveling abroad. This is my Turkish pillow. Guess what? Sometimes it doesn't match the decor that I want in a certain room. So I decided to use a curtain panel. I folded my panel in half, placed my pillow in the center, and folded it over. Then this edge that's kind of uneven, what I would do is turn it over like that, tucking the ends over. Then just like you would an envelope, I folded it over. Now if I want to, I can tuck it like this. Now what I do is, now you can stitch it if you want. A lot of times I don't stitch, you know why? I want to use my panel again. It may be fall and I'm ready to put these curtains back up. So what I do is I take a pin and pin it on. Another pin. And pin it in place. This pin is kind of weak. Let's use this one. It's a little stronger. Then what I decided was, let me do one more. Okay, it's pretty secure. Then I decided, because Mama likes shine, I like a little bling always. I took a brooch and took that brooch and put it right in the center. Uh-oh. That brooch didn't work. Oh, it did. Look at that. I think I bent it. Is that beautiful or what? Did you see that? Now, just in case you don't want the part with the brooch, turn it over, and you have a lovely pillow that you can prop up in your home. Did anybody know that that was my eclectic Turkish pillow? No. It looks like a lovely pillow that I got from a lovely home furnishing store. Isn't that great? Simple. One side with the brooch, one side just like that. Now, if it's a panel that you don't want to use again, then feel free to sew it into place. Now, I want to show you something else you can do with that curtain panel. We're going to place this over here, and we're going to move this out of the way. Because maybe you're thinking it's holiday time, I'm going to have company come, and if you're like me, even though you say you're not going to, once you know you're having company, you want to spruce your place up. I don't know any hostess that doesn't feel the same way. You drive your family crazy, clean your room, vacuum, get the dust up. Well, how about if you have a simple table? This is a simple folded table. I put a black tablecloth over it. Then now what am I going to use? That same panel and drape it on the table. Isn't that lovely? Now I have a fall table. But it gets better than that. I don't just want a fall table with a table cover on it. Every table needs a centerpiece. We use a simple glass pitcher. And what we did, we walked into our yard and got some lovely autumn leaves and placed them inside of our pitcher. As many as you want. I happen to love the colors in fall. Pour my water on top. Isn't that beautiful? Take the rest of the leaves. Why can't you have them on the table? The most beautiful ornamentation are the ones that God and nature provides. But it gets even better. You can't have a centerpiece without a little light. There you go. Is that lovely or what? We took our curtain panel, put leaves, got a simple pitcher, put some water and leaves inside, and a tea light. Tell me, how much did this cost? Nothing. You are working with what you have. I'm telling you, you have more than you think you have. You have so much creativity. Let me tell you, if you just put your mind to it, you can have a whole new room. And we'll be right back after this.
blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce dryer bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Old Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power! Old Spice body spray can change a regular smelling man into a man who smells like power!
Now, how is this? Wow, you know what? I actually do feel more powerful.
Potato chips! Power! It's me.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where the...
Hi, we are back. I'm Renee Joshua Porter, and you've tuned in to Working with What You Got. This is an extravaganza episode. We're showing you all different ways that you can take working with what you got and make it a movement. You can make it a movement in your pantry. You can make it a movement in your home decor. And now I'm going to let you step in to my vanity room and show you how you can do it with your hair. You never have to walk around having a bad hair day. You don't have to walk around looking like a frump. No, 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 no. You have choices. You want to see? Are you ready? Well, I decided to really show you how I work with what I got. And I wanted to show you how you can use wig hair or even weave tracks and a hat to create a wonderful look, like what I have on today. Do you like it? Do you like it? Well, guess what? Look at underneath. Ta-da! My hair is in twist rows. So here I am, walking around looking really cute, but underneath I have twist rows. I twisted my hair. So I have options. A lot of times you can do this if you want to set your hair. If you have natural hair, and when I say natural hair, hair that has not been chemically processed, sometimes you want to twist it. And you twist it so it gets a really good crinkle. Well, while I'm twisting it, waiting for it to crinkle, I'm walking around with my lovely hat hair. No one knows that I'm actually setting my hair underneath. What I'm doing right now as I'm talking to you is taking out the bobby pins and taking out the twist. You have so many options. You're like, I can't believe it. I can't believe she's doing this on camera. That's right. I want you to get free and realize that you have more than you think you have. So now, what I do is pull it out just with my fingers. You don't even need a comb. Hey, and I have a whole new look. Do you love it? Now let me show you how you can make your own hat hair. What I did was, I went into a beauty supply place, and I didn't even go for any expensive type of hair. I go into their little box that's clearance, and I saw some wig tracks, weave tracks, and that is hair that's on a weft. This is a weft. I took the weft and I doubled it and I tripled it. And then I took simple bobby pins. I love bobby pins. You saw how I used it with the pillows? And now I use the bobby pins. I took the bobby pins and pinned the wefts together. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins. Now you might say, how did I decide how to do it? What I did was, I like my weft to be from ear to ear. So I fold it so it's from ear to ear. Then what I do is, once it's been pinned together, I get my bobby pins. It's better when your bobby pins are secure, when your hair is either braided or it's twisted, because the pins are more likely to stay in place. But you can do it on this hair also, my hair being loose. I'm going to take the bobby pin, put it through the weft, and then pin it into my head. Another bobby pin, through the weft, into my hair. Another bobby pin, through the weft, into my hair. Another bobby pin, as many as you want, through the weft into my hair. And then you find your own little funky hat. This happens to be one of my favorite hats. And now look at that. I got a whole new look. Did you know that it's pinned in place? Come on, you gotta admit, this is a real cool look. Now let me show you how you can do it even if you don't have the weft. I'm gonna take this off. And let's just say you decide that you have an alter ego. And you wanna look like you're in a witness protection program. You can get yourself a wig. And what I did was, this was a cheap wig, again, in the clearance bin of the beauty supply store. I think it may have been $10. I cut it in half, cut the other half of the wig, put it onto the back, and then what you would want to do, again, is to pin it, bobby pin it in place. Remember, you don't have to walk around looking scary. You don't have to walk around like you're in between visits to the beautician. You have more than you think you have. So now, what you gonna call her? This looks like somebody named Diane, right? Diane, that's my middle name. Ooh, Diane. So say I'm out jogging and I wanna look cute while I'm jogging. This is my little jogging hat. No, I'm not going to rob a bank. Now look at that. I wanna look cute while I'm jogging. Ooh, Diane. Is this cute or what? You see your options? I'm telling you, you have more than you think you have. Look at that. I'm telling you, this has been a working with what you got extravaganza, from your pantry to your home to your hair. Ooh, Diane, this is me. You love it? I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Now, before we leave, you know I always love to tell you a story. Now, don't get distracted by my hair when I tell you the story. So just listen to me. I was thinking about a time several years back when I was working and actually serving and assisting some individuals. And in that time of really serving them and helping them out and assisting them, I always felt like they didn't appreciate it. I felt like it was really hard for them to give a compliment. I almost felt like for them to give a compliment or to say, wow, you're great or you did well, they were afraid that you would become too arrogant or too conceited or too puffed up. So they purposely refrained from really affirming your work. And I felt like that for many years, but I knew that I was supposed to assist in the way I was assisting. But inside at times, I would feel quite frustrated because I didn't feel like I ever really was told, hey, you're doing a great job, or you know what, I really appreciate you. And I remember one day coming home and talking to my husband, Keith, and he was in his regular spot right in front of the TV with the remote in his hand, and I was complaining, and I said, Keith, I feel used. And he's watching the TV. I said, I feel used. I feel like these people are using me. And he listened to me go on and on with my monologue for about 6-7 minutes. And I guess I was interrupting his programming because he's trying to watch what he wants to watch, and I'm still talking. And he turns and looks at me and he says, you feel used? Let me just ask you something, Renee. Who's using you? Are they using you, or is God using you? And I was so stunned because I never thought of it like that. And then he went back to watching his program. And I realized that I was spending so much time waiting for validation and affirmation from these certain people that were over me. And I didn't see that it was actually God that had placed me there to learn and grow and work and to do what he needed me to do. And then he showed me something else. He showed me that there were other people that I worked with, people that I co-labored with, that were always encouraging me, that were always affirming me, that were always saying that the things that I did was helping them significantly. But I didn't seem to pay it enough attention because maybe I was more of a respecter of persons. If it came from the people I was working for or that were over me, it meant more than the people that I was working with. But that's not the way God sees it, because he sees it all the same. And I realized something at that moment. And it was a knot that I had to take out of my own mind. I had to realize first that encouragement has to come from within. I had to be able to learn how to encourage myself, no matter what, and realize that when I do something, no matter whether the people above me or with me notices it or affirms it, God sees it. Then I had to realize how to become an encourager, because I firmly believe that as you plant seeds constantly to encourage others, it will come back to you. Some people call it karma. Some people call it what goes around comes around. I like to say, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So I'm telling you, today, get your eyes off of man. Get your eyes off of living for that pat on the back and that attaboy. And you learn to encourage yourself and to encourage others. And you free your mind, and the rest will follow. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you next week.